You might have seen Russ emerging victorious after the battle in the Viking series. So what about in real life? The term Russ, spelled R-H-O-S in Greek records, was used to describe the Vikings in Eastern Europe in many written records from both Western and Eastern Europe. They settled and ruled along the river channels between the Baltic and Black Seas from the 8th to 11th centuries AD. The Rus were the ancient people who named Russia and Belarus. Note, Rus is present in both words. Westernized scholars believe these individuals to be centered in Kiev, the present chief city and capital of Ukraine. The name Rus is supposed to be derived from an Old Norse word that means the men who row. The Rus cohabited with the locals and helped establish a series of small principalities centered on single families and clans. They gathered in places like Novgorod, Smolensk, and Kiev. In 862 and 882, Viking princes took control of Novgorod and Kiev respectively. When the Vikings broke out of Scandinavia, they didn't just head west to Britain. They expanded east, seizing control of ancient trade routes that extended to the Byzantine Empire. They charted a course across the Baltic Sea and deep into mainland Eastern Europe through the Volga and Dnieper rivers, seizing control of local trade channels from native Slavic tribes, which fed into markets where they could deal with affluent Middle Eastern caliphates. The Rus grew extremely powerful and wealthy. They established a reigning dynasty. The Rurik dynasty was founded in Novgorod in 862 under Rurik I, Kievan Rus's semi-legendary founder. He was a Varangian chieftain who arrived in modern-day Lagoda in 862. The Kievan Rus kingdom was founded in Kiev in AD 879. This dynasty ruled over a vast commercial network and lasted for 7 centuries. The Kievan Rus kingdom has initially been a multi-ethnic society in which the ruling Norsemen blended and integrated with Slavic, Baltic, and Finnic tribes, eventually settling on Old East Slavic as their common tongue. Until the second part of the 11th century, the aristocracy of Kievan Rus knew Old Norse, and elements of Norse culture remained in rural regions as late as the 14th and 15th centuries. The Russian Primary Chronicle, a 12th century chronicle that claims that the Rus, a Norman people, were initially invited to Novgorod by the local populace to settle their feuds. The Rus eventually extended their power to Kiev, making it their own keystone of defense. The chronicle has been dismissed by Russian scholars as unreliable, claiming that the Eastern Slavs had developed a sophisticated feudal polity similar to the Carolingian Empire in the West before the arrival of the Varangians. According to them, the Rus were a southern Slavic tribe who lived near the Ros River. The Russian Primary Chronicle, written at the beginning of the 12th century, tells the story that Rurik arrived with his 2 brothers and a strong retinue and established himself as ruler of Novgorod city and province. In real life, according to the records, strong genetic connections between the Kievan Russes and Scandinavians existed, and early manuscripts of Scandinavian and East Slavic history imply a strong alliance between Vikings and early Kievan monarchs. Hundreds of thousands of Swedish Vikings died defending the Kievan Rus against the Pechenegs. So guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe for more videos like this and give us a thumbs up. Share your opinions in the comments section.